show.
Okay.
All right, I'll take it out. All right. So welcome to the Flip Flop show. Welcome to the Flip Shop.
Yeah, this forced perspective stuff is kind of turning things kind of strange.
All right. Welcome to the Flip Flop show. Today we have a very special guest that's joining us today. His name is
Raymond here with us today.
This is Raymond.
He's going to be speaking on his book. His book is very special. Oh no.
Yeah. We have a great book here by Raymond. He's from Chicago. He's going to be joining us on here on the Flip Flop show. Coming right at you. So let's go over to Raymond. Raymond!
I'm really pleased to be here.
No, it's great.
And right, thank you. And I just want to tell everyone. I just found my 3-year-old daughter one day. She was sitting in the room. I decided, why don't I write a book about this? And then I got a phone call from Tracy down at your office. She said, why don't you come on my show? I said,
yes.
Yeah, I'll do that. And now I'm here, so I'm glad to be here.
And you're here because your book was inspirational to all of us. I read your book and I think that I cried 4 or 5 times during your book.
Well, I just want to say, when I first saw my 3-year-old daughter in the room, I cried about 6-7 times. So I came home from work, and my little girl, all her friends are there, you know? She's got a presence, but she's in a corner of the room. She's not talking with any of them. And I think, what have I done as a parent to deserve this actions from this girl who's my daughter, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a daughter, even know what a girl is.
Yeah. No, I just have a question here, because it sounds like this is a very touching personal event. Maybe a lot of people have experienced this. You know, I'm saying some criticism of your book in that it's sort of extorting like these emotional experiences, right? I mean, you have this thing that happens to you. Like,
some people have extraordinary lives.
Yeah, like, I just gotta say, like, you have these things that happen to you, and then you just like write about it, and you sort of, it's really like what's the word? It's extorting these emotions from other people. You're just taking this event and saying, you know what, this was rough on me, and I'm gonna make a book out of it. That's what is that?
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you what. I've made a pact inside myself that I would never read a review or a newspaper and watch the news or anything.
Yeah, and I understand that, okay? Like, newspapers, people like me, we're really just opinionated and like, okay, I gotta admit, I hated your book, alright? It seemed to me like the whole time you're just trying to pull strings, you know? I don't like having my strings pulled unless I'm the one pulling.
Buddy, if you got a problem with my book, please don't read it. You know, I want to be on your television show, but what I was saying is I haven't read a single review since my book came out. I don't want to know because it's my life.
All right.
I don't know what other people want to think about it.
Mr. Randy, no.
It's Raymond, all right?
Raymond, we're so happy to have you on our show. So happy. And we really want to talk just a little bit about your book. Really? I'm having a little character flaw right here.
It's alright, I have them too sometimes, you know?
No, it's like identity crisis. So, yes. So, what we're really interested to know is why is it really that you decided to write this book, you know? A man takes a lot of risks. You know, writing a book, you know, it's a lot of money, time, effort, you know, personal things that you're going to have to cast before swine, as it were, you know. And so, why did you take this risk? What do you want to tell the world?
Well, when I saw my 3-year-old daughter, alright, just the thought came in. Everyone, it was a birthday, alright? I thought everyone needs to know her story, alright? Nobody knows what it's like to have a 3-year-old daughter have a birthday party. I thought people need to know about this. What if I am the only guy who had this experience where my little daughter had a birthday party with all her little friends, she got presents, alright? Nobody knows about that.
Okay,
I bet you don't know about that.
I have a problem with this, because I have a son, okay? And
right,
like,
that's
how
what I'm
different
saying.
is it, okay? How different is it to have a son with a birthday that's 3 years old? He wants to keep his presents just like any other little boy.
I got a question for you. Is the boy the same as the girl. I don't think so. I think boys and girls are two different things. Is that what you're trying to say here?
I'm not saying they're not different, okay? I'm not saying like there's... But I'm saying as a parent, you have your children, and they act like children, okay? As far as I'm concerned, the only difference between a girl and a boy, I'm not even gonna say that.
So that's one point that we can agree on, okay? I think that a boy's a boy, a girl is a girl. Alright? If a boy has a birthday party, nobody's gonna write a book about that. Okay? It happens in every book.
Okay, why not?
But nobody...
What if I went out and I just wrote a book about my son's 3rd birthday party?
Well, that would be
because
stupid.
I felt that no one else had ever experienced this before.
You would
You
be
have
an
sons, you
idiot.
just have a dog.
I don't have any sons, but I've read about 11
But you don't know
books.
how it feels, so you should read my book and understand
Do
why
you
it's like
have a
to
book?
sons.
I will read your book.
I will write a book.
Oh,
I will
right.
write that book for you right now. Okay? Let me tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be, my son has a birthday party. He gets presents.
I think I see where you're going with this, and I think you're trying to make me look bad on national television. I think I've already sold 100 copies of my book in less than a month, and I don't know what you're trying to do about that, alright? Where do you get off? You're not even from Chicago.
No. Raymond. No. Raymond, look, we're not trying to attack your book. We're trying to understand it.
Please don't put your hands on my leg. I don't like that, alright?
No.
If I wanted somebody to do that, I'd get married.
You have a 3-year-old daughter.
Yeah? You don't. So what are you trying to...
No, most people. Oh, I have someone to touch their leg. Anyways. Alright, so thanks everyone for watching the Flip Flop show today. We're pleased to have Raymond here. It's been great. Very insightful. Look for his book, I Saw My 3-Year-Old Daughter. And we'll see you next week, where we're having Christopher...
Paolini.
Yeah, him. And thanks to my friend here, Rodney.
We're grateful. We're happy to have Raymond on the show. Just, you know, it's always a good time to discuss things. So.
Alright. Till next week.